one thing that people didn't mention, perhaps it's because it's understood, is that we do need to stick to our basics. And one of the things I felt was a necessity in spending money, and when Mark had asked me about this idea to begin with, my first comment to him was, whether you have $100 or $100 million, there are various gateways. There's a need for investing across the whole gamut of Jewish enterprises. And one area that wasn't touched upon was the whole idea of the enormous humanitarian needs of very hungry Jews around the world, particularly Eastern Europe, and now more and more frequently in our own midst in America. Also, Israel came up quite a bit, and one of the things that I think is crucially important, at least from my own standpoint, I did not have great Jewish experiences as a child. My love and devotion towards Judaism in Israel came as a result of the '67 war and having something in my life that made me very proud. I still think when I hear Rabbi Golub talk about 50% of 30 years and younger people, synagogue affiliated, not caring about Israel, I think that's a function of ignorance, and because for many of them, there is not a sense of pride in what Israel has done. So to me, what I think is very important in terms of Israel is recognizing how incredibly important it is, how if Israel were more of a light unto the nations, it would completely be something people could rally around. And one of the places that I think it's important to spend money, and as a philanthropist myself, one of the things I've constantly debated is what is the role of American Jewry in giving money to Israel versus the role of domestic Israeli ministries to fund that. And on one side, the pride that I have in Israel and the miracle of what it's accomplished and the nature of the amazing democracy of Israel is also a big negative, because every argument there is always swayed through this parliamentary system by a tiny fringe group that is always getting something for their votes. So the thing that I felt is very important and not expensive, anyone who knows any American politicians, it's very inexpensive to get involved, is advocacy, which most of the major Jewish organizations, policy-wise, will not do. The importance of advocating Israeli government spending money on education, on pluralism, on public welfare issues is crucial. And that's not an expensive thing to do. The importance of spending money on creating an incredibly strong Ethiopian aliyah, to make sure that Israel is presented as a legitimate country throughout the world, very important. But I do think it's very crucial that Israel be viewed as the miracle it really is. I mean, you go there today with the glass being as empty as you want it to be. What it has accomplished is staggering. And I do think the advocacy that major Jewish organizations run from is absolutely crucial.